Okay, we're going to continue this series playing against Eurochamp 1ply in rapid rated 1337. So again, same thing, 1510 rated, that's fine. We have the white pieces. What did we not? Let's play knight f3. I like this one. Okay, so probably the next move is going to be d5. Yeah, okay, so there's no e5 obviously, so d5 to take the center. What can we do about this? Can we prevent it? Is e4 an idea? So if d5, what do I want? Takes. That doesn't really prevent it. Okay. d4 is fine. If e4, then knight f6, should I be concerned? No, at the very least I can do this. c4 perhaps, trying to exchange a pawn of the isle against the pawn of the center. Okay, that is an idea, okay. Or just allow d5 and play this. We can do this one after. And I'm not too worried about that. Okay. So if we are consecutive in our plan, g2 and c4 are the ideas. But let's see, can we do something more direct? I like this square. If I put a pawn here, good things will come. So if somehow I could have pawns here and here, I would be happy. So d4, does that threaten anything? Not really, not in itself. Okay, it removes this square. There's no e5 after that. Whereas if I do this, he can play e5. I feel like the bishop on g2 I can do anytime. So it's either d4 or c4. d4 feels more appropriate. Yeah, I don't think he's going to prevent c4. Okay, d4, d5, and then c4, and then he takes. I'm not worried about that. I will get the pawn back one way or another. That's not a problem. At the very least, queen a4, things like that. c4 straight to. Okay, okay, let's try c4. Let's try c4. Bishop g2 I can play anytime. Okay, so he does that. I could play bishop g2 first and ignore d takes c4. D takes c4 I can take back. I can attack it with the... At the very least I have this. You know, if d takes c4, queen a4. Okay, he can continue like this probably, but I'm not worried about something like this. At the very least, I'm gonna have this probably, and then he has problems, I think. I think I'm happy playing a pawn down like that. Okay, so queen a4 is an option, but I don't have to do that. The thing with queen a4 is, okay, this, I take the pawn and there are no tricks, I'm happy with that. Queen a4, obviously no b5, no knight a5, no knight, okay. So queen a4 cleanly regains the pawn, that's fine. Oh, I missed something, there was a pawn here, there's no bishop e6 in this line. So queen a4 just wins the pawn. But if I don't, what if I just castle? If I castle, maybe I'm tempting him to play something like that, which is a horrible mistake, I think. It just weakens the diagonal and invites a4, although, okay, let's see. So let's say this, a4 he pushes, not so sure about that. I'm not sure now. Let's see. Castle, queen no, castle b5. b3 at the very least should be winning. Do I have to do that? Queen a4, bishop d7, queen takes. Okay, let's do it. Let's play a pawn down. Okay, he's not even trying b5, but I think b5 just loses. Okay, so he's got these squares, which I could try to contest while developing a piece, so that feels like a logical move. He's not really threatening anything. And what else can I do? Can I just put a pawn in the center somehow? Not yet. d4 no, e4 no. Knight c3 supports e4. Okay, knight c3. Because queen a4 just regains the pawn, it loses 2 tempos. I mean, okay, it loses 2 tempos, centralizes the queen a little bit, admittedly, so maybe it loses 1 tempo. But I feel like this is more important. First of all, it prevents b5, and I can do the queen e4 thing after. Also, there might be situations where I do this, not immediately, of course, but this feels more important. Okay, so what does he want with this pawn? He can't push it again. b5 would be suicide, because b5 is at least knight e5, winning in exchange. Actually, not quite. b5, knight e5, he can do this. It just feels wrong, but it doesn't lose. Yeah, okay. b5, I just take it with the knight. So I'm not worried about b5 or a4. So I think this move doesn't really do anything, unless his idea is to move the rook here somehow. That does get rid of the whole bishop thing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a way to get out of this diagonal. I'm not sure it's the best move, but it's an idea. I think queen a4. Let's just not complicate matters too much. Not sure it's the most ambitious move. Probably not. Yes, of course, he can delay. He can delay the recapture of the pawn like that. I just don't think that's going to help, because now I have a3, and I don't see how he has tricks. So if I take with the b pawn, the problem is my bishop really struggles to get out. You see if this. What do I do with this bishop? Okay, it can go on b2 eventually. But the problem is it will be blocked by these pawns. Not good. So I think I have to take like this. And I don't have intermediate moves. Let's just check. Checks, captures, and threats. No. Let's just take here. And let's verify after this that there are no tricks. In fact, this pawn move I like, because it restricts this knight even further. Well, it's already pinned. Okay, this has to be good for me, because he's putting himself in front of the bishop like that. I can add pressure to the c6 knight. How about knight d4? That just feels like a good move. Knight d4, hitting this guy. Let's put it in red. And this guy. What does he do? He can move the queen, let's say there, defending twice the knight, which is attacked 3 times. Wait a minute. Okay, knight is attacked 3 times, defended twice, so I should win a knight. At the very least, I have bishop takes, otherwise knight takes, but I have to calculate. Knight takes, can he do something tricky like this to create a pin? Probably. That would be rather annoying. Okay. So I think I take with the bishop in that line. So this way, there, and if I take with the bishop, it's clean. There are no tricks. Yes, I'm getting rid of my fianchetto bishop, which is annoying, but I win a piece. So, you know, Do I have something better? Can I just win on the spot like that? Not really. Because where does the queen go? Okay, the queen cannot stay connected with the knight in... actually, it can. It can still go here. No, I don't like that. I think it's not direct enough. What? This is unbelievable. I completely missed this one. How is that possible? Yes. But okay, what about that? Now I can do this one, and I'm threatening knight takes c6. But again, yeah, I'm threatening knight takes queen. Okay, my threat is now knight takes, and if he tries queen takes, I exchange and win the knight, and if he tries pawn takes, surprisingly he survives. Wow, this is unbelievable. But I think I still need to play this one. This just feels like the right move. Okay. So, no, sorry. There's no pawn takes. If knight takes, he cannot take with the pawn. He has to take with the queen. Then I exchange queens and win a piece. Yes, that's right. And finally I win a piece. Okay. Now, let's see. Knight takes. Any tricks? Like queen takes d1. Should I be worried about that? No. There. So I lose a rook for the queen, and then it's a knight exchange, and there are no tricks. So I think that's good for me. Okay, I think that should win. Okay, and the queen moves. Except that the queen moves to the wrong square. Okay, now this is clean. Okay, now it's cleanup time. So c4. I think c4 makes sense, because if we take on c4, we hit this guy and this guy, and we just want to activate bishop f4, things like that. Okay, there are no tricks. The most important thing is this. What can he do after queen c4? I need tricks, no checks, no captures that I should be worried about. Okay. Clean up. Okay, so I think we remove this knight and then this pawn. Simple. So which pawn should I take first? Well, out of principle, I'm thinking this one is more important because I hit this one with a mate threat. Of course, he's going to move the bishop. It's not that simple. He's probably going to do this. Although, okay. So that's perhaps a bit too naive. If I take this way, I'm hitting this one, so I'm preventing the bishop from activating. That could be even more annoying for him. Okay. And now, if I go and attack this pawn, like here or here, for example, he can defend it like that. Okay. But that's why I can perhaps attack it first with the bishop. Need to make sure my queen has squares. That's fine. Okay. Let's attack it with the bishop. Because now, okay, I see what he wants. He wants b6. Okay. But b6 if I hit the... Okay, so I think I know what he wants. If I do this, there is that. I want my queen to be in contact of this one, to hit it twice with the bishop, and the rook, so that there's no b6. That's the whole idea. So how do I achieve that? I could go this way. I mean, there is this. And then what's next? Nothing. I think, yeah, here, and then I'm going to b5. And if I go to b5, this is over, because now I finally get what I wanted. Although there is this pawn. There is this one at the end of the line. After bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes. Not quite. Let's see. Not quite. takes, takes. No, sorry. Takes, he cannot take because there is this one. Of course. So let's see, takes, any tricks? No. Okay. Oh no, we lost connection with lichess now. Okay, it's back. Right. So I could take this pawn, but then do I want to allow this kind of counterplay? No. Bishop take, okay, there will be no queen, so there's no, okay. If I take the pawn, I hit the rook, bishop takes, I take here, and I don't care. Rook takes, gets mated. Okay, I think I can just take this. Ah, wait a minute. Oh la la. The bishop here is hanging. Oh la la. Okay, let's err on the conservative side. Remove any tricks. So my weakness is here. Yes, it's defended, but I need to move my queen. So if I play e4, then he really can't attack me anymore, and this pawn falls no matter what. So I think that's clean. There are no tricks for him. Okay. So now I can take the pawn, but can I do something else? Can I do... yeah, okay, let's just do that. Okay, my bishop, where can it go? Where can it go? Because it is misplaced here. It can go here to target that, or it can go here. Yeah. So let's see, let's calculate. There, what am I threatening? This one. What else? Let's say he defends it, but if he defends it like this, he creates holes on the dark squares. That's probably good for me. And he puts pawns on the light squares. Yeah, I like that. Okay, simple. This is solid. Okay, so I can take this pawn, but that opens his rook. Should I be concerned? Well, actually, I can ignore him and play this. Because if he takes, I take here. And the difference is that now I can take, and first of all, this blocks the rook, but even if it didn't, I'm controlling this entry. So I think now I take, just make sure there are no tricks, no checks, no, okay. Okay, so I can't, can I mate him somehow? Not yet, I need to... Okay, first I need to reclaim this file. Like, he wants to put a rook here, that's not acceptable. Let's reclaim this file, okay, that's fine. So what, he doesn't even recapture. So what do I do with this rook? He's not threatening my queen just yet. I think I just go here, hitting this guy, which he doesn't defend. Okay, now it's just collapsing. Okay, he just collapses. So how's my mate going? Rook takes is not quite mate. It's completely winning for sure. Where's the mate? Another option is queen here. Yeah. Queen here. That threatens mate. How does he stop it? It threatens, it threatens this, this, and this. Okay, queen here, there are no tricks, running out of time here. Now this has to be mate. And here I mate with the queen, no tricks, on dark squares, safe from the bishop. Of course, the pesky bishop delays the mate, but it's over. Okay, analysis time. Let's see what Stockfish has to say about this game. So the end is clean, the middle game is almost clean. Actually, wow, it's surprisingly clean. Only one inaccuracy, okay. Good stuff. So where is the inaccuracy? Let's see, all this is fine. Where is my inaccuracy? Okay, okay, this is winning, +3. This is fine. But something that is even more winning is this one. Now, why is it so strong? Let's see. Computer wants to castle here, which is weird, because if you castle, you allow this one. So why would the computer just castle here? Can't he defend somehow? Like, let's see, what happens? Yeah, of course, there's no king d8. I mean, king d8 loses immediately to rook e1. Rook d1, sorry, that's kind of the obvious one. But at least try to get rid of this fork, no? I mean, what if he does maybe this one, for example? Then this comes, making it even worse. Okay. What else can he do? What if he tries this one? Yes. Okay, so the queen's overloaded. So it's really a double-edged threat here. Wow, so the only square that defends both of these things is here. And on queen here, there's this. Wow. And if he does nothing, of course, what is my threat? I mean, of course, there's c7, but is there even better? No, that c7 is the strongest threat, according to Stockfish. Okay.